I'm married to Kagiso Lerutla. My wife is unemployed, and we have 2 daughters, and their ages are 6 years and 8 years respectively. They're both at school. These children live with us at our primary residence mentioned in paragraph 3 above. My family is therefore entirely dependent on me for survival, as I'm the sole breadwinner. Employment status: I'm currently employed as City Manager of Ekurhuleni Municipality as from 1 November 2025. I earn 220,000 Rand per month. Prior thereto, I was a Group Chief Financial Officer at Ekurhuleni Municipality from 1st of June 2019 until the end of May 2024. I was reappointed to the same position on 1 August 2024 until end October 2025.
A deadly crash on a busy South African highway, a police docket that mysteriously disappears, and allegations so serious they suggest a deliberate attempt to hide the truth. This is the unfolding case involving Kagiso Lerutla, and it's raising troubling questions about justice, power, and accountability. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a case that has quietly developed behind the scenes, but now is beginning to attract national attention. At the center of it all is Kagiso Lerutla, a senior municipal official, and a series of allegations that connect a fatal crash to a possible cover-up. What makes this story even more concerning is not just what allegedly happened, but what may have happened afterward. Let's start at the beginning. On May 14, 2021, a crash occurred on the N12 highway. Reports indicate that the collision involved a Mercedes G-Wagon and Hyundai vehicle. The crash was fatal. At first, this appeared to be yet another tragic road accident, something that unfortunately is not uncommon on South African roads. But according to court documents, what followed may be far from ordinary. The state alleges that immediately after the crash, actions were taken that raised serious concerns. One of the most shocking claims is this: a tow truck driver was allegedly offered money, around 10,000 rands, to remove a body from the scene before police arrived.
Evidence that is now 7.4, Your Worship. Evidence revealed that on the 14th of May 2021, at about after 12 midnight, 10 past 12 midnight, applicant 2 was driving a black Mercedes G-Wagon with registration number JH60JBGP along N12 eastbound when he got involved in a collision with a Hyundai whose driver died on the scene. The scene was attended by 2 EMPD officers who allegedly arranged for applicant 2 to be transferred to hospital for medical attention, as he was allegedly seriously injured. However, the applicant was attended to at the hospital and discharged the same day without being admitted.
If true, this would represent a direct attempt to interfere with a potential crime scene. Think about that for a moment. Let that sink in. In any serious accident, especially one involving loss of life, the scene must be preserved. Evidence must be collected. Authorities must determine exactly what happened. But according to the allegations, that process may have been disrupted before it even began. And that raises a critical question. Why will anyone want to remove a body before police arrived? Following the incident, a case of culpable homicide was opened at the Bedfordview police station. This suggests that authorities initially believed negligence may have played a role in the death.
Case of culpable homicide was registered as per Bedfordview, CAS 106, 05 of 2021. Closed as withdrawn on the 28th of August 2023. But it is mysteriously missing from the SAPS storeroom, where it is supposed to be kept. 7.5. The investigation in the culpable homicide docket placed us in a position to reconstruct the missing docket, and the reconstruction is at an advanced stage, including the investigation regarding such loss of the docket. 7.6. In the reconstruction of this docket, investigation revealed that immediately at the crime scene, the tow truck driver was offered an amount of 10,000 rand by the applicant number 2 to remove the body from the scene before the role players arrived at the crime scene. There is a statement to this effect.
However, in August 2023, the case was officially withdrawn. At that point, it may have seemed like the matter had come to an end. No trial, no conviction, no closure. But as we now know, that was not the end of the story. But the most mysterious element in this entire case is the disappearance of the police docket. According to reports, the docket, which should have contained all the evidence, statements and findings, is now missing from the SAPS storeroom. Let that sink in. A case involving a fatal crash and serious allegations, official record of that case cannot be found. Authorities have since stated that they are working to reconstruct the docket, a process that involves gathering evidence again and piecing together what was originally documented. But this raises even more questions. How does a docket simply go missing? Was it misplaced or deliberately removed, and who had access to it? The case becomes even more complex, with additional claims presented in court. The state has alleged that in a separate 2019 matter, an imposter may have been used in a court appearance linked to the same individual. If proven, this will suggest a pattern of behavior that goes beyond a single incident, which means they've been doing this over and over again. There are also claims regarding hospital visits, with reports indicating that despite alleged injuries, no official hospital admission records could be confirmed. Each of these elements adds another layer to the story and increases the seriousness of the case. And remember, Kagiso Lerutla is not just an ordinary citizen, has been linked to a senior position within the Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Municipality. And that is significant because when someone in a position of authority is connected to serious allegations, it raises broader concerns about governance, accountability, and public trust. This is no longer just about a crash. It's about whether systems meant to protect the public are functioning as they should. The matter is now before the courts, with the National Prosecuting Authority handling the case, also known as the NPA. At this stage, these remain allegations presented by the state. No conviction has been made. The accused remain innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This case brings together several troubling elements: a fatal crash, an alleged attempt to interfere with the crime scene, a missing police docket, and serious claims now being examined in court. The truth will ultimately be determined through the legal process, but one thing is clear: this is a case that raises important questions about justice and accountability in South Africa. As new developments emerge, this is a case we'll continue to follow closely. And if you like stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to True Crime with Nsuku's Folktale and also hit the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you will be notified. And don't forget to like the video so that more people can see it. And this is True Crime with Nsuku's Folktale. See you on the next case.